Okay, this is a video show how to log into Arc Online on Collector. I need to share my screen here so that you can see what I'm doing. Okay, so this is my iPad. You guys have some iPads. Has esri Collector on it already. What you can do is you can go to the Apple Store and search on esri, hit the top one. It will give you a whole bunch of different options. They've got several options, but Collector is the one you want in the blue right here on the right hand side. So anyway, once that's downloaded, you can hit Collector, and I believe NOAA has an enterprise, so you may have an enterprise account. You may want to check with your administrator, but here at Tuku we just have just an Arc Online regular login, and this may be the way you do it. NOAA was nice enough to give me a username to their organization and their Arc Online. So this is the username that I have, but it'll probably be different per captain or whoever is using the collector for fishery for catching fish. But anyway, you just log in, use your password. There you go. And what you should see is a version 3, a research fishing v3, and then that's the you can hit the I button and it will open up, or you can just tap on it as well. Also, this down arrow here is your you can download it on the device itself and then sync later as you're collecting. But we're going to cancel that. I'm just going to open it up. That's how you would get into your collector application through Arc Online. You have an account through Arc Online, which then allows you to use Collector with your Arc Online account. Now it's defaulting to my location here in Kansas City. You've got, if you look across the top, you've got maps to the left, then you've got the indication one, like trying to find my location. You can turn that off. You've got bookmarks here, and there's a default bookmark for your project. We can go there, which will get us close to the project area. Typical things you can do is pinch in and pinch out and move it around a little bit. You'll see some grid layer, and we can go to the next one, which is the layers. You can turn on and off layers here as we go. Also, there's a measure tool there, and a search if you wanted to find a location. But basically, we don't even really use those. Really, the ones you'll be using when you're actually collecting will probably be your location here next to the maps, maybe an extent and a bookmark, and then making sure your layers are on. And then to the far right, you can get base maps. We could turn this, if it's easier to see. You can change your base maps if you'd like. Sometimes it's easier to see what you're collecting. Also here then is the name of you get your sampling. You've got your captains. and actually probably vessel names. So that is how, basically, then you can hit maps again and be able to see the maps that are available to you. Another nice thing to do is you hit this little box here in this towards the center. You can sign out. You can also look at your organization. But also there's a settings in here, which is somewhat useful for collection as well. Collection settings, you just make sure it's on single. I prefer for attachments to go to small or medium. It's for the upload. It doesn't take as long. I don't know if you really want to use a large. It just takes longer to upload. I would change that to medium. Streaming, you're not doing any lines or linear, but I like to move that to like at least 15 seconds. For average locations, I would just leave that by default like it is. Accuracy, it's going to use basically the device's service, Verizon service. You can get other other receivers, GPS receivers, and if you do that, you can add it in that way by hitting the plus. If you need more accuracy, and then I usually just keep the profile by default, but you can create a profile. Then I leave these just the way they are. The Navigator is another application with Esri. It helps you get to, it's kind of like Google Maps in a way, not as detailed, but it helps you get to, it's integrated and helps you get to your location, but I usually turn that off. That's how you do that, and then when you're done, you hit sign out. That's how you log into Collector.